Oh my god, it is so good. Hi, have you ever wondered how two different ingredients from completely different parts of the world can come together and create something magical? Today we'll be blending the rustic charm of Canada's maple syrup with the tropical elegance of the Malaysian honeycomb cake to make what I call a maple comb cake. So, welcome to another episode of Taste the World My Way, where we explore flavors, textures, and stories that connect us all through food. Let's get to it. Let's start with maple syrup, a symbol of Canada that runs deeper than its sweet golden flavor. A gift from the forests of Canada. This sweet golden liquid has been a part of Canadian heritage for centuries, with its roots in Indigenous communities. Did you know that Indigenous people of Canada were the first to harvest sap from sugar maples? They boiled it down to make syrup, which became not just a food source but a part of their culture, their identity. Today, maple syrup is everywhere, from weekend pancake breakfast to international culinary competitions. And did you know Quebec produces over 70% of the world's supply of maple syrup, making it the heart of this sweet tradition? For me, it represents warmth, comfort, and a celebration of nature's gifts. Now let's take a journey halfway across the world to Malaysia, where a humble yet stunning dessert called honeycomb cake or kek sarang semut has its roots. Ironically, a honeycomb cake has no honey in it. It's made with sugar. And the reason that it's called a honeycomb cake is just because of how it looks after baking. Is a traditional Malaysian dessert known for its unique spongy texture with holes resembling a honeycomb. So when I first came across this recipe, I was like so excited. I was like, oh my god! Because at that time I never experimented any baking without sugar or any substitute for that matter. So I was like, oh my god, another substitute for sugar, maybe a healthier version. But then I went into it and I saw the traditional recipe. It had caramelized sugar. No honey, nothing like that. It's just called honeycomb because of how it looks. That's it. It's a cake that celebrates simplicity and creativity. Made with just a handful of ingredients like caramelized sugar, coconut milk, and eggs. But what makes it truly special is its texture. Those beautiful holes like a honeycomb that form during baking. It's served at celebrations symbolizing sweetness and prosperity, much like maple syrup in its own way. Maple having the flavor profile of earthy, sweet, and slightly smoky notes is best paired with the freshness of basil ganache. Maple syrup is sap turned into sweetness, and honeycomb cake is sugar transformed into something airy and elegant. That's the beauty of food. It shows us how we are all connected, even in our differences. So we have something spongy and chewy now. We've got something creamy. What else are we missing? A crunch is all that we need. On the surface, these two ingredients, maple syrup and honeycomb cake, seem world apart. Maple syrup thrives in the cold, crisp Canadian forests, while honeycomb cake belongs to the warm, tropical kitchens of Malaysia. But at their core, they are so similar. Both are deeply tied to their cultures, rooted in tradition, and carry a story of transformation. This cake is more than just a dessert. It's a meeting of cultures, a blending of traditions, and a reminder that food has the power to unite us. Maple syrup and honeycomb cake may come from different corners of the world, but together they create something truly special. Just like the connections we share through food. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope this inspires you to try something new, to experiment, and to embrace the stories behind the ingredients you use.